Hello and welcome back in a new video with Node.js tips and tricks tutorial. In this video we'll continue with working with socket.io. In the previous video we have made our server and make it running, and we create our first event, that is connection. I just add these two lines that I have make one API. That means when I request from browser localhost 3001, that mean that mean we after that put slash, that mean we will send file, we will make our server respond and sending file called index.html. And I use pass, so pass is a built-in module in node.js, just required pass. Pass the join, that mean in your directory, in your main folder of for your project, you have index.html file. Please send it to the client. So any user hit in the browser localhost, after that 3001 and slash. Why slash? Because I put it slash. If I say it will be home, so I just need to hit home here. So when user requests this URL, the server will respond and sending index.html file. What is the index.html file? I have created a new file here by clicking this icon, or you can by right click on your mouse and a new file called index.html. It's a very normal HTML, nothing else, just putting some heading testing socket.io. Inside this page we will consider this page, it's our client, and inside this page we will connect with socket.io. So to connect with socket.io we need to make a script and put source inside the script, that will be socket.io slash socket.io.js. This is a dependency for socket.io that we have installed in the previous video. It will be installed in node module and we can access it by like this. And after that we have to create another script. So here we implement socket.io functionality and we will use it inside this script. So first thing we will say that socket equal io is function from the socket.io, allow us to initialize the connection with socket.io. After that I will say socket dot on, that mean when I will connect to the server I will not receive anything, I will just log user connected from HTML page, like this. And in our backend what we have say whenever any user connect to our server we will print in our terminal. Here will appear in terminal, but the log in HTML will appear in browser because this is HTML file and this is JS file. So here our in our terminal we will see that user connect and the ID, the socket ID for this user. Let's test this and hit npm start to test this. So this to user connect because I have just put this. We can refresh and let's open new browser to test this. So now I'm running and no any user connect to our server. Our server working on port 3001. So let's go to our Chrome and say localhost 3001 and slash cannot get slash because we have called it home, so we need to put home instead of slash home. And when we move to home URL, you see when we move to home he will redirect me to index.html. Inside index.html we have a heading testing socket.io, and this heading appear on screen. And if you see you have user connect with ID and give me the socket ID, because every user connect to our server, I say just please log this message with the socket ID. Let's check it. uh, Server side and save, and you will see the server side user connect. So this message is from server side. Where can I see the message that we have put it here, user connect from the HTML page? We say this is front end, so we can see it on browser by clicking inspect and go to console, and you will see user connect. In every time I refresh the page, you will see user connect to HTML from HTML page. So if I have another user, this user have an ID. This is the ID of this user, and we can just make a new request for the same URL. You will see there is another user with another socket ID. So now we have two user linked to our socket, and every time user puts this URL, he will connect to our server. For this time we have three users. So in every time user puts this URL in a browser, he will connect to our socket, and our socket will give this user socket ID to use it when we want to send specific message to a specific user. We can send it by using this socket.id. So this is the front page. We just initialize socket and put on connect function. After connect to socket, just log this message, and in the server side we have on connection. When a client connect to our server, he will get socket ID or socket object from, and I will display message that appear his socket ID, and after that we can start working with our socket event here in the next video. So please keep watching my channel and don't forget to subscribe, and we will back in a new tutorial as soon as we can.